We're getting an early jump start on your Thanksgiving meal planning with one of the best parts of the Thanksgiving meal, which is the stuffing. Mike?
I completely agree with you. We've got to love stuffing. So when we saw you last, we're kind of prepping some of the ingredients for a roasted chestnut and mushroom stuffing. This is the finished product here. But in the bowls here, we have onions, celery, some sage, mushrooms, and garlic. So that's the main part of the stuffing. But Chef has another part going over here. We have the chestnuts, or we're going to have the chestnuts going soon. So you have some brown sugar heating up in the pot there.
Put a little butter in there, brown sugar. Gonna get that cooking a bit.
Now, these are the chestnuts here, and I was not expecting this. I was expecting fresh chestnuts, and these are out of the can.
These are out of the can. You'll find that readily available and a little easy to work with, especially for people at home.
They don't look
that appetizing.
You promised me once you candy them, they'll be significantly better.
Right. So it's got a little liquid to help the sugar dissolve with it.
Put some wine in there?
I put bourbon.
Bourbon.
Got a little bourbon in there.
Ah, good morning. Okay, so are these ready to go
right in?
Okay, let's put them in.
All right. I gotta just coat them.
I want to taste one of these just as they are out of the can.
Yeah, very different texture. When you're fresh, a little drier, just as creamy, but
they're pretty creamy.
A lot more flavor when you have a dry one.
I can see why you're doing something with them, because if this went in the stuffing, it wouldn't do it.
You need to coat them. And you know, this is a real basic caramelization. You can add a different spice to it. If you wanted to add a little cinnamon or a little, anise to it, you can add those components. It'd go really well with the stuffing as well.
So are you going to be cutting those up, or are you going to leave them whole?
We're going to crush them down a bit.
Okay.
So we just want to let that sugar reduce a bit with the liquid, and it's going to coat it.
So we want almost like a thick syrup.
Yes.
And then when you pour it out, it's going to cool down, make them crunchy, and then mash them up. And we're going to put it in the stuffing. Okay. So just to remind everyone who's watching at home, we have been jumping on Periscope with Chef Michael Mondato. So if you have any questions, not just about stuffing, but if you have any questions about Thanksgiving, whether it's cooking your bird or anything like that, he is the guy to ask, and it's not very often you get to ask a chef any of the questions you have. Thanksgiving's only a week away, so make sure you jump on Periscope. BT Calgary is what you want to go to and ask your Thanksgiving Day questions to Chef. So we're going to let these cook down, and then we're going to mash them up, and then we're going to move on and finish putting together our roasted chestnut mushroom stuffing here at SAIT Culinary Campus.
That sounds delish.